opportunity days to get your certificates, you can remove the mask so that you're captured well.
To the departed soul, courage and strength to the bereaved family and the people of the state to bear the loss. 1 minute of silence prayer. He is an MCom, LLB, fellow chartered accountant and an MSc from London School of Economics. He is responsible for business development, new projects, mergers and acquisition, and financial management. He has over 25 years of experience. Mr. Kamath has Maxo, Exo, Brill, Henko, Margo, 2011. He was also instrumental in the acquisition of Henk Brands FMCG company. Mr. Kamath has participated in the Advanced Management Program at Wharton Business School in 2008. He did his Global Masters in Management Economics in 2014. He won All India CA Business Achiever Award, SME category in 2008, instituted by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. He is also the winner of CNBC CEO Award in FMCG Card Industries Limited Kochi, Chairman of FCCI Startup Committee New Delhi. He is the Chairman of Vision Group of Government of Karnataka of FMCG Cluster. We are indeed honored with your presence. May I request our beloved Principal, Dr. Rajesha S. to florally welcome our guest.
It's a great day for all of you. Even though officially you are graduated already, but it is symbolic that today you'll be announced as graduates from an MBA program of 2 years. Now you are getting into your life, work life, and the next 25-30 years will be absolutely fantastic. There are a lot of challenges for each one of you in a different way, but how do you navigate that makes you, how different you could be, how different you can make the people for the people around you and to the society in which you live, and finally to the world. Future is very bright. The next 25 years definitely belongs to India. Undoubtedly, whether we become 5 trillion economy in the next 4 years or 5 years, we will become 5 trillion economy as far as India is concerned. Then we become 10 trillion economy, and I'm sure by 2030, 2040, we will be number 2 in this world, and that is not too far. And that will happen during your work life. May not be in our working life, but definitely will happen as a superpower, maybe number 2. You will see that during your lifetime when you are working. So every effort from your side will make that happen. Earlier, if you put more effort, probably we can achieve that a little earlier than what presently we are thinking. My take for all of you is that the way how the country has changed in the last 10 years will change faster in the next 10 years. Getting a job, if you think in the last 10 years was difficult, in the next 10 years will become more difficult. If you think in the last 10 years only the brightest of the students will get a job, in the next 10 years, it is a few of the brightest of the bright students will get a job. The reason is technology is taking over everybody's job. Technology, we have seen rapid increase in the technology, what we have seen in the last probably 25 years, more so in the last 10 years, is unprecedented. During the COVID time, it has more inroads into the livelihood in the day-to-day life of each one of us. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics, edutech, health tech, climate tech, fintech, everything is something to do with the technology, and everywhere technology is involved, then to that extent, the job which otherwise it will have gone to a person will be minimized. So to that extent, we should be aware of what's happening in the world, what's happening in the country, and what's happening in the industry, and what's happening for people like you. Then probably you'll be able to take a better decision in your life. After graduation, you can get into employment or you can become an entrepreneur. My recommendation is that be an employee for some time, because experience is very important in whatever you want to do in life. Experience is very important, but end of the day, entrepreneurship is the one which make you different than others. Make in India, made for India, Startup India, Digital India, Atmanirbhar, self-reliant, everything is related with Indian initiative, especially the government initiative, made for youngsters of today to build their business and for the world. So today what happens in India, it is replicated, some of these are in other parts of the world. So market is unlimited. In the past, we never used to know what happens in the South India, we never used to know whether it is applicable in Northern India. But the situation today is what happens in Bangalore, in Koramangala, is replicated in Silicon Valley in the United States. What happens there in Silicon Valley is already been adopted in Delhi. So to that extent, the world has become smaller, better marketplace to work with, and the technology is the differentiator, and then becomes the disruptor. And the disruption is a buzzword all of you must be seeing, and anything which you do which has disruptive impact will succeed for sure. Disruption is when you do something which is better, which is cheaper, which is faster, which is convenient, and which makes people's life easier. That kind of product or services will be called as a disruptor, and unit of economics and the scale advantage, again technology will help to do that. In the recent past, we have seen how Zomato has done, how Swiggy's are doing, how Flipkart has succeeded to fight with Amazons of the world, and we are seeing many more happening at the marketplace. And all this could happen because of Indian mindset, Indian brains, Indian technology, and Indian youngsters. They were able to build great enterprises, and that is the way forward. And India will be definitely, as of now, we are the second or the third largest startup hub in the world. Soon will become number 2 in the world, and it's not too far. Startup hub of the world can be in India. When I say India, it will be Bangalore. There's no doubts in my mind that will happen in the next 10 years. Reason being, every third startup in the Silicon Valley is part and parcel associated with Indians. Every third startup in Silicon Valley, either they're the promoter, or they're the chief executives, or they're the investors, Indians. So having said that, naturally, the chances of India becoming a startup capital of the world in the next 10 years is doable, and I'm sure all of you work towards that. Now, so far in your life, coming first in class, getting the best grade, competing in the toughest of the subjects, reading the whole night, writing the whole day, all were there the challenges in your life. But once you graduate, nobody will ask you how long you studied, how much you practiced, and after some time people don't even ask you how much marks you got and what your CGPA score also. It won't matter. People ask you, where are you working? People will ask you, what are you doing? Based on that, they will decide whether you are good or too good or you are excellent. So, my friends, next 5 years, put your heart and soul in whatever you do. When I say put your soul in heart and soul in whatever you do, what I mean is that wherever you work, please work with full dedication. Somebody is seeing you, somebody is watching you, somebody is assessing you, somebody wants to teach you, somebody wants to learn from you in the next 5 years. The next 5 years will define, rather redefine you, what you know, what you have learned in MBA, what you have learned earlier to MBA, and what that marks what you have got, how relevant it is at the marketplace in the next 5 years. Frankly speaking, whatever you have learned, you will not be able to use more than 10% of that, because 90% you have already forgotten, and what is written, what is remaining there is 10%. Why I am saying that is, we read, we write, we get marks. We read again, we write again, we get marks. It's 20 marks, it's 5 questions. Most of the time, it's write 5 out of 6. And you write what you know most and what you think you can get the most. Life is not as simple as that. Life will not give you choices like that. Life will not give you 3 months study. And in job, there is nothing called a timetable for examination. Every day there is examination. Somebody is teaching you, somebody is watching you, and somebody will decide whether we need to keep this talent with us or not. To that extent, next 5 years, please learn the work where you are going and learn the work first. You might be called as a manager, you might be called as assistant manager, you might be called as a senior manager. You cannot manage anything unless you learn something. And that can be learned only from your juniors wherever you go. And if you are the junior, then learn from your senior. So first 5 years, work, learn, and the next 5 years, you supervise. And the next 5 years, you manage. And the next 5 years, you lead. And the next 5 years, you become a mentor to others. By the time you will be 50 plus. And if you're still there around, then you can enjoy your balanced life. So, why I'm saying this with certainty is that most of the people want to change the job in every 2 years, saying that career path, career growth. And after changing 3-4 jobs, you will not even get a job, because everybody thinks that this boy or girl is coming and staying in for 2-3 years and they just move on. And why should we invest our resources on them? Why should we invest on them to train them? So 1 or 2 jobs okay, but beyond that you won't even get a job. So my recommendation is that please study, which you are done, work for next 5 years very diligently, whichever the industry of your choice. Do not join the industry which you don't like the industry. If you don't like the aviation industry, never get into airlines. If you don't like the hospitality industry, never get into the hotels. If you don't like the dust, then don't get into the cement industry. If you don't like to travel, then don't get into the transportation industry. If you don't like the computer, then don't get into the technology industry. So please choose which industry you like first and work for that industry where your heart is. And then you learn, then you teach. Life will be more beautiful. Second, in the same context, don't stop learning. The day you stop learning, think that you stop growing as far as knowledge is concerned. And you need to compete in this world with the youngsters. You will not compete with your seniors. There is no chance to fight with your seniors, but you can only compete with your juniors who will be much more talented than you, who will be much more informed than you, and like my junior is smarter than me. My junior's junior is smarter than both of us, and we need to recognize that. And the only way which you can be a part of them is studying and working like them. So please do some part-time courses. Everything is available today on e-commerce platforms, and some of them are absolutely free, but you need to spend time. And please take some courses. My recommendation is that some foreign language, if you can get into, nothing like that, French, German, probably Japanese, one foreign language will help you beyond your Kannada, Tulu and English and Hindi. It's taken as granted, but one more language will help you to see whether I can get into a Japanese company by learning Japanese, or if I get into a German company by learning a German language. It will all help you. And please have one hobby. If you don't have a hobby so far, please have one. Either studying or singing or dancing, and which is a must, because when you get into the stress level going forward, this hobby will help you. Either sports or music or art or reading or writing or doing something at least 2 to 3 hours per day, which is a must going forward. So far probably you do not have much time, but going forward you need to get that time. And again, you need to go away from your comfort zone. If you get a job in the place where you reside, please don't take that. I repeat once again, if your parents are also there, don't take the job where you reside. You will not learn anything. You need to go at a place where people don't know you. Pick up a job which is far off from your hometown. Come once in 3 months, come once in 6 months, come once a year, doesn't matter. But when you go to an unknown place, chances of you succeeding is very, very high, because people don't know you. In the place where you are, the standard is that we have seen her, we have seen him, he's not like that, he talks like that, we won't do like that, oh I have seen him for many years. You cannot change yourself in the area where you are born and brought up, and amongst the circle in which you are operating. Don't do that. Go away from your comfort zone. Then you know how difficult it is to cook the food, then you know how difficult it is to get a public transportation, then you know how much language you need to learn in that area. If you go to Bengal, then you need to understand a little bit of Bengali. So if you go to Rajasthan, probably here and there you can manage with Hindi, but nothing like learning a bit of Rajasthani. So all these things will make you a better human being, and please do that. And in my personal case, I made it as a practice, and that's what made what I am. And I never stopped learning. I never stopped learning. Whether that has helped me in my work, may not be, but as a person, yes it is. When I wrote my Global Masters in Management in London School of Economics, I was 50 and my son was preparing for 10th standard, and I was doing the joint study with him to write my exams in London School of Economics. And he helped me to write my exams much better, because English was much, much better than my English was. So to that extent, nothing wrong in doing joint study with your siblings now, and maybe thereafter with your children also, because studying is a studying. And unless you do that continuously, I used to do every 4 years, and I recommend you every 5 years, you need to wear a cap. And I have worn this cap as a student many times in my life. So you need to wear this graduation cap at least once in 5 years. The best investment, my recommendation to all of you, is not in house properties, not in stocks, not in gold. Best investment is putting in educating yourself going forward. You have invested a bit, but love to invest going forward, because good education is not cheap. You need to invest money, and you get educated more and more from the point of view of knowledge. So somebody sees your resume, they'll ask you the first question, that why so many? Then you have a lot to say that this is what Ullas Kamath told us during the graduation day. So we have decided to study every 5 years, and that's what we have done. Correct? So that is the way how you need to be, and I'm sure you do extremely when you are alive. And do not forget your parents. They have spent their hard-earned money on you. They have a lot of expectation out of you. They want you to be a good human being, and once you get into a job, please talk to them every day. And don't say you're busy. A child can never be busy for parents. The day when you become busy for your parents, you are doing the first mistake, that's the biggest mistake in your life. Don't do that. They expect your call the whole day. And if you don't call them till 8 o'clock, till 9 o'clock, on that day in their sleep, it will be difficult for them. So don't be so busy that you don't have time to call your parents. Once in the morning that you're got up and you're fine, and once in the night that everything went on fine and you're going to sleep. And that will take you 4 minutes. They don't talk to you more than that. They just want to hear your voice. So do not ignore your parents, do not ignore your siblings, and don't get carried away by your job or your title. That has nothing to do with the relationship with your friends, nothing to do with the relationship with your parents or the siblings. Do not carry job home and don't carry home problems to the office. Both the things are not good. So with that, I congratulate each one of you, the very best, and I'm available at ullas@jyoti.com at any point in time. And any of you have any kind of problems, you can always contact me at ullas@jyoti.com. I can be a little bit of mentoring to you. If you want to choose between the 3 companies, I can tell you which is best for you, or the 3 places if you have the option, which place to go, and anything and everything. If you feel that you need to share with your seniors, with your deans, or with your principal, or with your director, please do that. And thank you, madam, once again, and thank you all the dignitaries for making me to feel so comfortable in the morning. And thank you, it is a great day, and I look forward to come here as many times as possible. And thank you to Manyar Bandari sir, even though he's not there, I respect him a lot. Thank you everyone, and for the opportunity, and thank you for the wonderful prayer. Bye-bye. I declare the 11th and 12th MBA graduation day ceremony of Sahyadri College of Engineering and Management open.
Thank you, sir. This graduation day has been called to award the provisional graduation degrees to candidates who have successfully completed the examinations held for the purpose and have been certified to be worthy of the same. Let the graduates now be presented by the Director MBA program. I request the chief guest to award the graduation certificate.
I have admitted all the students presented before me for the Master of Business Administration. Let all the candidates stand up. Let all the candidates stand up.
Kindly
and
stand up.
change their tassels from left to right. From left to right.
I now request Dr. Nalini Rebello, Dean Academics, to conduct the oath-taking ceremony.
All the graduates to raise your right hand and repeat after me. I solemnly pledge myself to consecrate my life to the service of humanity and goodness. I will integrate myself to my profession, through which I can bring laurels to my teachers and to people who molded my life. I commit myself in upholding the ethics and honesty. I extend my hand with my heart and my soul to the needy and socially less fortunate people. I will work relentlessly to bring crown and glory to my institute, parents, society, and nation at large.
Students have contributed in one way or the other and made each of us proud. It is a matter of great honor and pleasure to appreciate and reward the best outgoing students who have done exceptionally well during their tenure at Sahyadri while pursuing their MBA course. I request our beloved Professor Ramesh KG, Dean Strategic Planning, to present the best outgoing students of 2018-20 and 2019-21.
Good morning, one and all gathered here, dignitaries on the dais, my student friends, colleagues from various departments, parents of the students who have assembled here for this graduation day celebration of MBA department. Now, as we know that, 2 batches have passed out, and it is a practice that, we give away the best outgoing student award during the send-off function. But during COVID, we are not able to hold this event. And today we thought this is an opportunity to announce the best outgoing students for both the batches. But having said that, this is on certain criteria that, at the department we have selected the best outgoing students. But nevertheless, for us as faculty members, all of you are best. I think, this is just a token of appreciation from our side. But having said that, I think you have a long way to go. You will see a lot more appraisal cycle than us, and I think you are going to come with flying colors. That's what we guaranteed on this day. Now, let me announce the best outgoing students for the year 2018-20 or for the batch 2018-20. Miss Prerana Sangam. I think she is working with Federal Bank, and currently she is not able to because of her work commitment. I request her parents to come and gather her award.
also made us proud with 1 university ranks. I now call upon 8th rank holder of Sahyadri MBA at Vishveshwaraya Technological University, Belgavi, Mr. Dheeraj M. with 8.57 CGPA. Dignitaries on the dais, please do the honors. It's indeed an honor to have a new batch of graduates share their opinions and views about their previous days and their experience during the formation period at the campus. I request any two of you to share your graduating experience.
Austin Pais, and it's very nice to see you all here, to meet again everyone. And thank you so much for the lovely memento. Thank you so much for arranging. And my experience, it was really a good experience for me. And even though we had only one semester, we spent only one semester due to lockdown. It was all work from home studies, all those things. But still, it was a different experience. It gave us a different exposure. And congratulations everyone for getting graduated. And I wish all the best for you, all the best for your future. And if you don't get a job, don't worry. Work hard, and you will get there. Yes.
All present here. My name is Vamsha Shetty from the batch 2019-2021. Today, I feel immense privilege to stand here in front of you all to give my feedback about Sahyadri here today. So initially, when Manjunath sir approached me saying that I have to give my feedback about Sahyadri College, I sat down with a book and a pen and started jotting down the points which I had to speak about today. But then I realized that we had hardly spent a period of 6 months in the college, and the rest of our academic year was spent at home during the pandemic. But then that's where Sahyadri stood out to me. Whether it was our teachers who spent their time organizing online lectures to help us study better, or it was us who organized online fest for our junior fellow mates. As a person who traveled from Mumbai to Mangalore to pursue her MBA, when I was initially looking out for colleges, when I went through Sahyadri, the thing that intrigued me the most was the vast campus, the riverside mandap, and the beautiful interior designs. But now, after all this time, when I think about it, the things that come in my mind are the values that we have imbibed, the friendships that we have made, the memories that we are going to cherish for our lives, and last but not the least, the support that we have got from our teachers and our fellow mates in the batch. Thank you for giving us the opportunities to face the challenges we have and overcome our hardships. For the one last time, thank you so much, and I stand here as a proud Sahyadrian here today. Thank you.
One and all, this is Meghna Hegde from 2018-20 batch. I'm quite nervous right now, but I feel like when I entered in 2018, I was an average student. But right in 2020, when I stepped out, I completed my degree. I think I was a better version of myself, and the whole credit goes to the team. I mean, the faculty members. They helped me out. They were there. They helped me. They motivated me all the time. They were like, they have my back all the time. And I feel I am really extremely, what do you say, amazed and really, what do you say, I'm sorry, I'm really nervous. I wasn't prepared for this. So, but I feel that I am lucky enough to get a bunch of professors over here who have an extremely different teaching style and which made my MBA life much better, and I feel even my batchmates' MBA lives much better. So thank you so much. And last, I would like to thank Vishal ma'am. She's always been with me, and I think she's the best mentor I've ever had till date. So thank you.
As we come to the closing ceremony of graduating ceremony, I request the dignitaries on the dais to hand over the token of love and respect to the guest of honor.
Respected honorable guest, Director Research, Dean, Director MBA, HODs, faculty members and staff, and dear young postgraduate of these great institutions. It's a great day for all of you and also for us. We are making 2 more batch to serve the society at the large to the nations. Today we have honor to have a great personality on the dais as a guest of honor who made the brand name to become product name over the year. It shows the quality of the product and quality of the leader behind that. On behalf of Sahyadri family, I would like to thank the guest of honor, Sri Ullas Kamath, of his gracious presence. Despite his busy schedule, thank you, sir. Thank you for your presence and bless our young graduates. I would like to thank Professor Manjappa, Director Research, Professor Nalini, Dean Academy, Dr. Vishal Samartha, Director MBA, Ramesh, Director, Dean SP, Strategic and Planning, for their support and arrangement make this event a grateful and successful. Also extended my thanks to all faculty members and staff who are enormous cooperations to organize this event. I would like to thank media friends for their presence and covering this event. I would like to thank our beloved Chairman, Sri Manjunath Bandari, Secretary Srimati Prasanna Bandari, Trustee Jagannath Chowta, Devdas Hegde for their continuous support and encouragement. I would also express my deepest gratitude and thank to the young graduate of this excellent institution be present for this ceremony, and also the parents who we are not able to invite to witness and they are all watching in through online. Thank you very much for their support and blessings to our institution. So at last, my dear young graduates, now you become a professional master degree holders. Please serve the institute in a whole, a country, and add the value to your service. Like personality like our guest of honor, each one should be a leader in their respective area. Wish you all the best. And thank you one and all present here.
The end of 11th and 12th graduation day ceremony, and I request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभाशिष मागे गाहे तव जय गाता जनगणमङ्गलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य दाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे